This deck is truly bizarre. It's a 35 land, uncommon commander deck that has somehow entered into Hell Q and very high tier Q. I'm facing Pox, Tatiovas, and big Daddy 7 mana boluses. So that's something that you're going to have to get your head around when you play in this deck. Now, I spoke to some people on Discord who said it was the lands. Now, these lands that I'm using, I don't think they're any different from the lands I normally use it in my other videos where I face regular opponents. So it can't be that. You could argue that because I only have, what is it, actually 36 lands, I've got 4 more slots open for cards that are weighted heavier. So if you don't know how the game works, the more powerful your cards are, the game gives your deck a value, and then it pits you against other decks with a similar value. But I just can't figure out why. Is it really 4 cards difference? I normally have 40 lands versus 36 here. Is that 4 land tipping point really pushing me over the edge? Or I've not even got any 4 drops and up, which would... I mean, what else is it calculating? Is it calculating speed? I understand this deck isn't necessarily about this commander, but it's just interesting kind of to try and figure out how the game works or doesn't work, because the Wizards of the Coast team just do weird stuff in the background. But regardless of that, I just want to tell you that, because if you do make this deck, you are going to have a tough time. You have to be on the ball. You wait. Now we're going to go into the videos. I'm not going to face any blooming tier 1 or Hell Q, but we'll see. The deck basically wants you to play lots of spells that targets Anax and Cymede and other creatures. Now, the initial build of this was a lot of heroic things. In fact, it had all the heroic cards in it from Pioneer Masters, but it just didn't really work, because if you had those out, they didn't really do anything with themselves. They weren't very good. And if you didn't have the pump spells or auras, then they didn't really do anything either. So it's decks like this are pretty tough. And that's why I'm really confused as to why it's put the pile up so high, because this is an uncommon commander, guys. I mean, in my hands, yes, probably pretty strong, and you'll almost not see this deck in the queue whatsoever. It's just so bizarre. Like, I will literally use some commanders that you'll never see. So that's the joy I get, but then I get punished for that by facing decks that everyone sees. So there's definitely this strange imbalance of me have fun new thing versus me not have fun versus you not new thing. And but yeah, I mean, there you go. The deck also originally had a double strike theme to it, making Anax and Cymede double strike, but I felt like there was a little bit of diminishing returns, because if you give double strike twice to your creature, it doesn't actually stack. So I've actually settled for double power, in addition to a few double strikes. So you do have Team of Battle Rage, because it's just absolutely crazy. You've got bulk up, doubling the power. Now, doubling power is actually almost, I want to say the word exponential because it sounds cool, but it can get pretty crazy, because when you target a creature, well, Anax and Cymede, it gets a counter. Well, it doesn't get a counter, it goes up, and then it doubles. So, you know, it's pretty awesome. There's loads of these effects. I think some of my favourite is Kai's Onslaught. It gives it +1/+1 and double strike, and it's Foretell, and it's an instant, which is really awesome. You also have Kai's Command, which gives a counter and double strike. Catilda is interesting. It's a pretty powerful creature already, but then when it dies, it becomes an aura, which gives loads of abilities. We have a few interesting ones injected specifically through... what's it called? Jumpstart or whatever. This is the weird adjacent standard set. This is a double striker by default, and then when you target this, you get to play the top card. There's a lot of interesting things. You've also got Brygon. Let Brygons be Brygons, but this one, target it, get a counter, remove a counter, draw a card. Pretty simple. Again, Jumpstart only, not available in the standard set. So yeah, I was going to have a lot more fun, quick games with this, because it's just, sometimes it's fun to just go all out, full aggro, 1 to 3 mana. You know, the curve is hyper aggressive, 36 lands. So let's see how it goes. I can't promise complete and utter domination. I think on paper, this is an absolutely awesome deck. I think this is super powerful. We've got how many creatures in here? We have 31. That is a hell of a lot of beatdown, and we're going to play out our stuff a lot faster on average than our opponents, because if our opponent has 5, 6, 7 drops in their hand they can't cast, and we're playing 2 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 2 drop, you know, we're going to apply the pressure really fast and hopefully win. And maybe Arena knows that, and maybe the algorithm knows that. Maybe it understands average CMC equals more aggressive, faster, more stronger, because the curve is like, I don't really know. It's just peculiar. Hopefully I get some good games to show you guys. But yeah, Anax and Cymede, all the way back in Theros, and now an uncommon. How the mighty have fallen. Let's see how we get on in today's video. Like and subscribe, really helps. See, told you so. Italy. Bloomin' heck. Bloomin' Italy. A Current Crusade is pretty cool. Lets you cast spells on him and get 1/1s. That's pretty good. I mean, they're mulliganing it twice. Maybe we have a chance if they do that. But yeah, I honestly cannot detect what it is in the deck that is making the power level so high. There's nothing overtly broken, to be perfectly honest. It's all just bashy stuff, you know? Boros Charm. Well, we can't play anything anyway yet, so we might as well just keep up the Boros Charm to make the Crusader indestructible, I think. See what they do. What they're going to do? Lightning Bolt or something? I think I'm going to fetch in response. Because I don't have any mana here. Which means we get to keep up some mana for Boros Charm. Let's go for the Foundry. Take 2. Now, I do not like my chances at all against them, but we shall see. I mean, it's also tempting to go for this, to foretell this. If you foretell, is it face down? Yeah, it's face down. So we get this element of surprise. You know what? I will do that because they've not got a lightning bolt or anything. So also, do I really want to protect a Chrome Crusader? Not sure. You know, another white source though, so we can play the Catilda. Though they are a bit open here, unless they play an elf or something. No, okay. Come on, white source, please. Legion War Boss. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty decent start. They have a board wipe. That's, you know, that's just the way it is. Board wipes are the bane of aggro. And then if they resolve an Atali, it's going to be game over from now, I think. I mean, they could miss with our stuff, although we have very, very few huge spells. In fact, we don't have any huge spells. All our spells are 3 or less, so they're not going to get something too as insane from us. But cultivate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, they're so close to doing the thing. I desperately need a second white source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have they played a land? They haven't. Jeez, man. Strike at which does give us the white source we need. Let's just go with this. Alright, and then we're just going to have to basically get lucky. We'll try our best. We are definitely against the odds here, so Italia's going to give him a 7/7 and God knows what else. Just a ramp spell from them would be nice, please. Not like a bloody Emrakul or something. It's a ramp spell, and they get a blocker. Oh, I suppose we got lucky that side. Double strike. At least if that dies, we can play it. Italy. How are we going to get through? God damn it. God damn it. A braid. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do a braid, Boros Charm. And Kaya's Onslaught. That's an instant speed spell. Get rid of the blocker. Can we do this? Permanent's indestructible. Target creature gets double strike. And a double strike here. Oh, this is spicy. Is that enough? Let's go to combat. Let's make sure I'm recording this. I'm very anxious. Go to attacks. Mentor. Spread the love. Oh, I think we might have. So they're going to block. They're going to block something that it doesn't. They're going to block that. Oh. Right, okay. +1/+1 double strike. The whole team gets +1. Suck it. And then this is going to give something double strike. Does this have double strike? It already has double strike. Charlie. Oh, that felt so good. That's what you get. That's what you get for messing with Anax and Cymede. We go first with an okay hand, to be honest. Seems fine. Another creature enters. Yeah, we'll start with the Guide of Souls. Only 2 lands, but we can actually already play 3 of the spells. And if winter comes down, they actually let us draw cards. Although they do have a 4 toughness. That's going to be kind of powerful. Let's see how this goes on. It's already a really good start. 1 drop into 2 drop into specialist can bring something back. Tiny bones. Okay, we can play that as a land. And just tapped. Discard, hey. Let's go for this. Play that so we can just secure some lands for the following turn. Let's just attack here. And we actually get a couple triggers. Nice. Now all we need is a pump spell for the Anax and Cymede, and we can go wide quite well. Selfless Spirit here to protect something. In fact, we can protect something with this and then bring it back with the Extraction Specialist. Kind of cool. Maelstrom Pulse. We might as well just do this then in response. Give our team Indestructible. And as I said, yeah, this is going to bring that back. Getting 2 goes with the Indestructible is pretty epic. Wowzers. Lots of triggers going off here. And this is why the aggressive curve is so important. We shall pay. And we'll make God of Souls now a threat. Because, like, obviously they're gonna probably want to go for the Sky Knight anyway, because this is generating, like, loads of dudes. And the Spirit protects from board wipes, but they have, like, a languish or minus effect. That's not so good. So this can't attack or block until the cleric, until the extraction specialist dies. If they have a languish, that's going to be everything. Birds of Paradise. Okay, heart is in my throat when they untap with 4 mana. Callista's Sunslayer. So we're going to have to go over the top now, guys. It looks like they're not going to play board wipe either, because they've got lots of things. Ragavan. Ragavan ain't going to be able to get through, sadly. But we'll just play him anyway. We can put another count to... So 4 energy equals 2 counters and flying. Okay. Attack, attack, attack. Lifelink. Might leave that back to block. Wowzers, that flips. Another trigger goes off. We're going to pay. Going to make that flying. Just lots of threats here. And block there and block there. Okay. Hopefully they're not bluffing me or baiting me into playing lots of stuff. Because we basically lose everything now if they have a minus effect. I really hope they don't have a minus effect. Minus effect would destroy us. But yeah, the current amount of things we have here, we just 2 more energy and we can put 2 more counters or something else. This card is crazy, guys. God of Souls, honestly. As 1 drops go. Alright, let's give this a go. Against Nashi. Didn't see that one very much. I think we'll start with a dual land, get that out of the way. Double target reaches power. We'll keep that because it's a nice way to target one of our things. Nashi Menace 2/2. When it deals damage to play, you mill that many cards. You put any non-legendary and enchantments from among those into your hand. Okay. Get these guys out. Kithian. And Guide of Souls. Nice. Always seem to have this in our starting hands. Kind of weird. How aggressive shall we be? Do we attack in with both? Probably. And then maybe use this or the double strike and then take it out. Not really sure what to expect from a Nashi deck. Nashi's a really weird card, to be honest. It seems to do a lot of different things. Menace, okay. Okay. try Ultic Matter Weaver then. If it's a counter spell, then I feel like it's that argument again where you're using an aggressive commander, but then you've got like counter spell. So does it really match the speed of your deck? You know, if you're using something that wants to attack on turn 2, then maybe play this. Eaten by piranhas. But you know what? This is still a creature, and it still benefits from Anax and Cymede's buff. Are they going to spend their turn yet again not doing their commander because they want to stop us doing something? I don't know. It's one of those weird push and pulls, right? If you're playing an aggressive commander but you're being defensive, then yeah. It's just strange. Double target creature's power and gains first strike. Yeah, let's swing in. Let's see what they've got. I think if they had a board wipe, they wouldn't have bothered playing that. So this is going to be 2 first strike. Nice. And foretell? Maybe we just foretell that Ikaya's onslaught. We now have ourselves a Planeswalker. Target creature against indestructible, untap it. Cool. But yeah, a flipped Gideon. Pretty cool. A lot of stuff. So you can make a creature an opponent controls attack Gideon. So basically you're magnetizing something to this. That's really interesting. He's very selfless. He wants to take all the hits. 1/1 that can't be blocked. Okay. Let's make him a creature.
My oath remains unbroken.
Let's go for Anax and Cymede. Do they have a counter spell for this? Okay. And strange. And they're not actually going to do anything. Okay. Kind of strange, but don't know what to say about that one. A very weird battle. Thank you, my friends, for letting me go first. Okay. I'm just trying to recover from laughing against that Atali. Oh, that Atali game. Can't believe I won that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So facing Omnath, which is going to slowly just slaughter all our guys. Because it comes in, deals 1 damage to the amount of... elementals they control. So that's our bloomin' 1/1 dead. Birds of Paradise, that's got to die. Next turn, Anax and Cymede. I think. Yeah, get the big stuff out the way. 2 toughness is very low, but why is this uncommon now? I don't know. This was a really cool rare when this first came out. I was around when Theros came out, and that was so good. I remember how excited I used to be playing Magic. And now it's hard to be excited because Wizards wants you to be excited every set, but there's just so many sets. You know. Growth Spiral. Okay, so we potentially going to lose this vampire next turn to the damage from the Omnath. So, what did we bulk? I'm not really sure. Paths of the Dead, Cavern of Souls. Okay, I mean, Florahedron. They've got more mana than us. So let's do this. Might as well just play the red source. Yeah, we're going to run out of gas, even though we have... Do I want to double the power here? Yeah, because it's got flashback. That's 8. That's quite a lot. So they're down to 8. So actually, they kill the Warhound now, don't they, if they play the Omnath? Yeah. Makes more sense. Oh no, they have 2 elementals. Of course they do, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad actually. I completely forgot that was an elemental, but we didn't have a kill spell for it, sadly. And now they're gonna start getting counters on stuff. This could be This could be it then. Oh my goodness. More lands, even though we only have 36. Alright. I'll take Metal Weaver. That ain't going to cut it. I think we might lose this one. Although we can attack. They probably should have traded with the Omnath there, because if they had a 6 mana here, they could replay it and then kill the Anax and Cymede again. This has first strike vigilance. No trample though. Counters going around everywhere. We desperately need trample, really. Put it on the lifelinker. And pass back to them. Oh dear, I'm scared now. They're playing like all the stuff that you normally see, but we're not. So I don't really get how the algorithm works. But, you know, I can't complain. I defeated Italia previously. It's just a real shame. I don't know what it is about Tachieva recently, but I've done daily videos for over a week, and this card is so prominent in this meta, or in my meta or algorithm anyway. It's so prominent, and I get it. It's bloody hell, a time warp, really. We're not using cards like that. We're not using cards heavily weighted, so I guess this is Wizards' way of saying I'm winning too much or something. I don't really know. Land comes in, which means they now get a 5/5. Well, there's no way we can win there, is there? They've just made 4 blockers and they're back to 7 life. And we just drew in the land. Freaking wonderful. Yeah, I guess we'll just do the last hurrah. There's no way this kind of deck can beat that. I guess this particular video just shows the injustice of the format. Like, we have 36 lands. I keep reiterating that we have fewer lands than usual, but we're drawing in more lands than usual. So it does give the team trample, to be fair. Oh, that's annoying. The first strike means that the 3 damage comes in and hits something, but it's not going to matter anyway, because yeah, that's a real shame. We were pretty close there. So I guess if we top deck like a lightning bolt, right? Okay, we'll see what we top deck. They're at 2 life. Tatieva's dead. They had to block with everything, I guess. Are we even going to get an extra turn? Another turn? Invasion of Ikoria. Primeval Titan. Well, Primeval Titan doesn't stop them from losing, but it does give them, obviously, another 6/6. So, as I said, if we just top deck any 2 damage effect, I'm starting to think unblockable effect would be quite good in this. Yeah, just look how many non-lands we've drawn. It's crazy. Bloomin' egg. Apparently these decks are matched. I love it Wizards dev to just tell me my matchmaking skill, my matchmaker rank, because it just doesn't, I don't know, it feels weird. Oh boy, come on. Just give me a go, and then you'll get your victory. 50-50 chance, right? We win or they win. They got Mystic. Sanctuary, what are they going to put on top? What even is in here? Time Warp, extra turn spell. They can't use that immediately, hopefully. Don't think so. What happens here? That just becomes another creature. Well, that doesn't help either, does it? That's just a creature. How do they gain a life? Oh, the Rhymewood? One of these lands gain them... I don't know. Oh, another land. Cool. So yeah, we just we died to, I don't know, insert word. What did we die to there, guys? What do you think? I think with a hand like this, games on average are going to probably be quite inherently fast. Opponent's gamer tag is a bit interesting. MTG's a bad game, and yet they're playing it. So what does it say about them? Can we get ourselves a treasure and a card with Ragavan? No. Okay, cool. I mean, I've said it before. I'll just have this be a PSA. If your deck doesn't have 2 or 3 ways to kill 1-drop creatures, I think I would highly recommend to put them in, because if your whole game plan is just around the idea of not interacting with your opponent and dealing with Ragavans and mana dorks, especially, green mana dorks, Esper Sentinel, then I think you definitely need to maybe think about putting more of those in, because otherwise you're just going to keep losing the game, conceding like that over and over again. So, one to think about there. Facing an Atraxa, which is the most, or one of the most popular commander decks of all time. I think if you look on EDH Rec, it actually is. And obviously we're using a commander which is equally as powerful, and it's Cymede. Okay. So this hand isn't fantastic, but the farmhand can give us a land to push into land 3. So I like this as opposed to maybe a Mana Rock, which is a bit slow and doesn't apply any pressure. When you're using a good aggressive deck, it's often better to replace your Mana Rocks for stuff that's just going to pummel your opponent. Because every Mana Rock you draw is -1 card that's going to punch your opponent in the face. And that takes a bit of learning, I think, definitely, when you're first building aggro. I don't think people build aggro the way they should at first, and that's exactly why we just don't see it in 1v1 that much. God's willing. Yeah, we strangle that here. Always bolt the bird, guys, or anything that taps for 1. Nice. Okay. So then we get the land here, and then we play Hidden Grotto. Or do we just play the land? I think we just play the land. Nice. Okay. I like this, because we've got Anax and Cymede with God's Willing, or maybe just... Oh, market connections, that's really good. That's going to be crazy good. That's got a flashback that can go in the bin. Do we do this, or do we do... No, we'll do this, I think. Nice. God's willing to protect one of our guys. They likely make a 3-2 out of this. Yeah, so they got a good blocker now. That might be a big stopper for us. But yeah, facing Atraxa is unprecedented. I just don't know why. It's definitely up there in power level. And there she is. The lifelink, the proliferate, the lifelink mitigates the BMC, so let's see what we can do then. Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix is pretty good. I think we go for Anax and Cymede and then just pass a turn with the God's Willing up. Yeah, it's not the best thing we can do. Well, it might be actually, because they've got 15. They've got a 4. The thing is, the vigilance on this is a real backbreaker. They're down to 9 though. Bloody hell. They are killing themselves with the BMC. Can we protect our team here? If they counter it, then I guess... Okay, they're going to Growth Spark in response. Hopefully draw a 1 mana counter spell or something. Okay, we protect our team. That's actually pretty good. Protection. What colour was it again? It was white. Shove aside. No, I kind of want a land or something. I don't know. I just feel like shove aside is going to kill one of these, but then we... Okay. Up to 13. Blimey, blimey. Annoyingly, if we play Legion War Boss, make a 1-1, then it has to attack into that. We can flip this. I think we go for Dreadhorde Arcanist. Make a 1-1. And then we go to main phase 2, no attacks. Play the Legion War Boss. The reason for that is because we don't want the War Boss token to go in, to be created, so it has to attack into the Atraxa. So if they have a board wipe, then we lose the game. It's pretty simple as. It might not even have to be a conventional one. It could just be something just minus River's Rebuke. Okay. That is such a piss take, honestly. Down to 11, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what can we do? I guess we can make some blockers. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just have to try and fade an attack. I don't know. If it wasn't for the attracts, there would be at 5 life here. And a Vorinclex. Fantastic. 10. Block those two, I suppose. Hang on a sec. That's 10. Yeah. So we'll be at 1. Down to 1. And they're basically back up to normal life again. Yeah, it's such a shame. We would have had some great stuff. There's not really much we can do now. There's no way we can deal 17. We don't have any haste. Yeah, okay, we'll call that. That's a shame. River's Rebuke on top of an Atraxa. Strange. Alright, Ragavan's starting hand again, and we get to go first. Let's see if this opponent will have a solution to the Ragavan, or they're just going to quit again. I mean, that's not the intention. I want to have an actual game of Magic, but I feel like you have to go through the pain barrier. There we go. An actual blocker. Awesome. So we can continue. I will kill it. When it dies, you gain a life and draw a card. That's a goddamn good card. Is it me or is that a really strong 1-drop? A 1-mana 0/3 that dies, gain a life, draw a card. Wow, I'm really into this actually. This is what I call a mythic uncommon. I think if you're trying to pull this in a pack, like opening in real life, you'd probably just never find one because it's so goddamn good. Probably over $1. I'd probably say $1 to $2. For an uncommon, that's pretty awesome. And they're going to bring it back and it's got flying. Bloody hell. Okay. So we might as well attack because we actually get a 1/1 out of this. Draw a card for each creature you control with toughness greater than its power. That's awesome. So this is a big butts deck. A bit like Arcades. More blockers now. Strangle. We'll try and strangle the gnome. If they counter that, it's going to be quite amusing. You going to counter that? No. Okay. Probably should have gone for something else first, shouldn't I? See if we can resolve a Clarion Spirit here. Mana drain on a Clarion Spirit. Wow, okay. Can't escape this card, can I? Mana drain, so they're going to get +2 mana. Oh, okay, we could just die then. We could just die to anything because I've got 3, 4, 5, 5 to 6 mana. What's it going to be then? Plagon, draw 2 cards. Right, okay. I mean, a bit anticlimactic there. Really want to get rid of one of these blockers. Moon Snare Prototype. They can tap mana, tap artifacts to add mana. Okay, so they've got 3 mana left. Flowering of the White Tree. If that resolves, that's pretty good because our legends. Oof, that's pretty awesome. They do have 3 mana though, so they can bounce something. Bounce a Flowering of the White Tree and then make our guys go down. Fragment Reality. Okay, that's annoying. I mean, that's 6 power, though. That's starting to get... Oh, they're actually blocking. They're going to flicker and draw 2 more cards. Predictable. Drawing 2 for 1 flicker is damn good, though. Yeah, they would have been bloody very close to death if it wasn't for that. Ephemerate gives them another card. Blimey. It's a pretty cool deck, though. I'm definitely tempted to make one of these. Just the artwork is so strange. It's like a... It looks... it just looks a bit weird. Starfish with like a weird phallic hat. A jellyfish hat. Well, kind of gross. Bringing that back again. Jeez, man. Oh, and then... Again, I don't really get this. Like, people go through all the rigmarole of doing this stuff on their turn, and then when the flourish is over, they're like, nah, I've discarded you like a piece of rubbish. It's like, no respect, just quit in your turn if you're going to... I don't know. It just feels like, would they have actually died there? They could have chumped something, right? They could have even taken this. Yeah, strange one. Again, people just behave really weird when I'm using this deck. I don't really know how to explain it. I feel like there's like a certain resentment towards an uncommon commander, and definitely there's definitely a strange bias to give me some pretty tough matchups as you've seen. But yeah, a really difficult deck to analyze. I love the commander, but the weird social, political, weird mental mind screwing thing going on in the games, it just makes it hard to recommend crafting. I think in paper, 100%, but in arena, I don't know. I think I just wouldn't craft this with the current algorithm. I just don't know what's going on. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.